Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Let It Die. So, I've taken the liberty to completely prepare for the U-10 fights, and I'm hoping to be able to get U-10 dealt with in this episode. I don't know if I've gone over the preparations needing to be made before the U-10 fight in the previous episodes. I may have. If so, sorry for repeating myself, but I'm going to go over the importance things to take into account when doing a boss fight again. What is that? Is this super alloy? Curious. It's non-premium. Odd. Why did I put that there? Anyway, I'm not going to replace that. The decals obviously have to be changed. These are cheater decals, way too powerful. I'm going to be wearing decals that everyone has access to. Super alloy is good. Yeah, that's a damage increase when the enemy is full health. Really good for clearing floors. Decent against bosses, because you'll do a lot of damage on your first few hits, which are also when your strength buffs will be active, so they'll really knock off a lot of health on the boss with the 20% increased damage there. Samurai is one of my favorites because it has an increase to slashing damage, which most weapons I favor have. Let's see, for this boss we've got our damage increase, we need survivability now. So I'm gonna go for do I have that? Oh yeah, okay. Fantasy enthusiasts, wherever I use premium decals, just know that you can use non-premiums instead. You can just purchase these decals. Gonna remove that. Not everyone may have access to that. Everyone should be able to purchase Fantasy Enthusiasts Samurai. Samurai costs 2 bronze, yeah, 2 bronze skill shrooms. If you can't use Samurai, then buy Dumbbell. I think Dumbbell you can get for, I don't know, 4,000 or 7,000 kill coins or something. Yeah, non-premium. Silver Heart, you should also just be able... Actually, I'm just going to quickly go and look at the purchasable decals. Let's see. Yeah, Silver Heart. So here's the setup I'd recommend for the boss. I wouldn't recommend going superhero, because the first hit you take you may not expect to be full health after that at all, so that's a wasted decal. Defense increase on your armor I'd recommend. So here's what I'd recommend. Attack, defense and stamina consumption are three big aspects when fighting a boss. Health could also be helpful, so I'm going to wear a bit of everything, and you can just purchase these decals for, you know, for kill coins if you don't have the premium version. I wonder if I have premium tank. No, I don't have premium tank. Yeah, don't have premium tank, but I'm not a huge fan of health, but it might come in handy since we're still 4-star. So I'll purchase a premium tank. No, non-premium tank.
Are you sure?
Jeez. Look at those kill coins. Not good. Okay. Whatever. I'll just dig deeper into my reward box funds. Okay.
Are you 100% sure?
So, Silver Heart.
Are you sure?
So here's the decals I've chosen. Tank. In fact, I think I'm going to just swap out Samurai for Dumbbell to make it less confusing. There we go. That's good. The decals I had earlier were too overpowered. Like, I don't know. Actually, the thing, Legendary Hero would not have been active after taking damage for the first time, so, yeah. I'm just about ready to head off, I'd say. Yeah, just about fine. Okay. I'm just going to take out a mushroom and consume it to have rage, because I traded to this character, so I don't have any rage. Right. Where's that thing? There it is. Okay. So, a few things to take note. Defense, health, attack, and stamina consumption. On bosses, stamina consumption, having some way to deal with that is good. Actually, a sprinter, marathon runner, silver heart, golden heart, those are the decals you want to conserve stamina. This one just increases max stamina, so we can take more actions before it runs out. Yeah, for some bosses, you know, the stamina reduction when sprinting might be better than this. Fantasy enthusiasts to increase our defense for a full set of armor, fantasy style, which we have. Not equipped right now, but we will when we fight the boss. Increases attack power dumbbell, and tank increases maximum HP by 20%. The dumbbell is not as important as, you know, other more defensive decals. Also, you're on a striker. That's the most damage increase. Well, that's already getting you sorted for a damage increase, just being on a striker character. So, the things to bring with you on the fight: a full set of armor, 2 full sets of armor, or, you know, full enough. I've got 2 sets of armor. One I'll be using to get to the boss, and another I'll be using on the boss. For the reason that I don't want the armor to be broken and lose its defense value before I reach the boss. I want it to be fully healthy. So I bring 2 sets of armor. That's actually a tip I had in a video once in front of Cohen. So another, the weapon you're going to use on the boss, also bring extra weapons that you're using on your way to the boss, because the more you use gear, the more it breaks. The more it breaks, the less attack and defense value they have. So you want your boss killer to be as sharp as possible. Don't want to blunten it on the enemies on the way to the boss. It's not that big of an issue for U-10, but it is for some bosses. Bring attack up. Bring a strong shroom, or multiple strong shrooms. Like something that gives you invulnerability, invisibility, or time stop. Those are very strong shrooms. I'd add to that list maybe vampire fungus, but vampire fungus is not as of a game changer as the 3 I mentioned a minute ago, because it requires you to be offensive and dealing damage to the boss to actually recover health, and you may not, you know, feel in a situation that you can deal with the boss properly. Pillbug, very important. That's another level of healing. Also bring healing beasts and healing items. I've got 3 healing beasts on me. Grilled turtles. You can cook them here. You can go out. You can go up and collect beasts, bring them back to the waiting room and cook them here, or you can cook them on the way. So I'm going to prepare this pillbug. The claw is a really fun weapon to deal with these guys. You can usually nail them with that. Or you can hit them with the heavy punching attack, but that's more annoying to do. There we go. Cook you. Consume you. You may want to bring an extra life shroom, but maybe not. Like, being able to eat during a boss fight is not always a guarantee. So you can bring healing items on you, healing beasts, but you'll have trouble finding an opening to heal with some bosses. Some bosses are hyper aggressive. U-10 is one of those. Okay, I think we're good to go. Still got a good time left on the counter. Let's head out, shall we? I got the fungus with me to deal with any nasty haters. I can kick their ass with this. And again, I've got the poison weapon on my left hand and the damaging weapon on my right to deal with haters. Mostly the poison is to deal with haters, because it will make them puke. Normal enemies don't puke. Screamers don't puke, haters puke. Haters are slightly more intelligent, they want to get rid of the poison when they get it. Yeah, off we go. I mean, to the money box, get enough money to climb the floors. Okay, here we go. 20,000, 20,000, 50,000, 30,000, 3,000. Yeah, that's enough. That should be enough. I hope it doesn't cost more than 4,000 to take the elevator up. We'll see. So we're a striker class. These are the decals we're using. Anyone can pick these up. And off we go. Floor 31. No. Floor... where are we going? Togose? Yeah, I believe Togose. It's easier to reach the boss from Togose than Obara, considering Obara's got no direct route to Katsuma, where U-10 resides. So you'd have to go to Osuke to... nah, it's not. You have to reach Togose. Step 1, reach Togose. Step 2, defeat U-10 at Katsuma, because Katsuma is just one floor away from Togose. So off we go to Togose. 3,900, just enough guild coins to get there. Hopefully we'll get enough to return, otherwise we're stuck up there. Looks like I forgot to use the rest of my death metals to increase the storage space. There's a few more things I wanted to show off in the waiting room, but then, you know, I can't have like, as I do sometimes, 4 or 5 episodes in a row just in the waiting room, because that's really boring to watch, I think. Okay, so we don't have treasure hunter, otherwise there's a really good technique I could tell you about of how to locate Katsuma. When you come out of the elevator, there's 2 routes to take. Both of them are equally long. You can't see them on the map because we're still in fog of war. But one of these routes will lead to Osuki, and the other one will lead to Katsuma. And which one leads where, you can actually tell because they've added the Dustin 5 dustbin as an update once in Let It Die, where you can send your items back to the waiting room at the cost of death metals. No. One of these routes goes up to Nitanda, and the other way goes to... there's going to be a fork in the road in this direction, and then both routes will take equally long distance to Katsuma and Osuki. The way you can tell which one goes to Katsuma, I believe the Dustin TM is slightly further away from the down escalator than the Osuki Dustin 5 is far away from the escalator there. So if you've got Treasure Hunter decal, which allows you to see all the icons on the map, you can see which way is Katsuma by the distance between the dustbin and the downward escalator. It's the furthest, I believe. And if it's not, then it's the closest. You just have to remember which one's which, and then you'll always get the right way to the boss and make this short floor even shorter for you. Walnut, this is not a collecting items run, this is purely going for the boss. So, yeah. At this level of fighter, I would also recommend to just prioritize going for the boss. And this is progression. You know, defeating a boss for the first time is progression. There's farming runs. I guess I will pick up steel because that's used for a lot of shit. I'll replace it though if we find useful, like, beasts, healing beasts and shit. Hello. This one is not to be taken lightly, considering his weapon. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Agamemnon mask. Decent, decent, take it. What did that do? Increase my health? Yeah, probably increase the health. Yeah, plus 9% health. Okay, I can live with that. Right, so fighting our way to the golden downward escalator. And it's not this one, it's the other way around. Actually, yeah, I guess it's not always a fork in the road. But it often is. Hello. This is what we brought the fireworks launcher for. Pew pew! Another healing item for the boss. Much appreciated. I've got a couple of quests. Oh my god, the season quest is just 3 out of 500. That's never gonna happen. Another pillbug. Might as well just cook him. Yoink. I'll eat you now. Just so we're, you know, set for starvation. Yoink. Killer wrestler blueprint. Where'd you go? Don't care. Screw you. I did pick up the a couple of quests, useful quests, like the 50 screamer kill to recover some funds. I'm probably gonna, after recording, do weekly quests just to recover some funds. These guys can climb, by the way. Look at that. Their AI is too wonky to... Hold on, are they gonna get all the way up? Oh yeah, he's gonna do it. Hey, buddy, chill. Yeah. Like, they're constantly deciding what attack to do most relevant to their position compared to your position. So most of the time he's attacking. He does realize that he can climb this though, and he does, but he's constantly wondering whether he should attack me or climb. And he's choosing to attack most of the time, so I don't even think he's going to get all the way up here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, never mind. Watch out. Okay. Pork chopper? Actually, almost broken, it still does decent damage. The reason I'm using a pork chopper, by the way, for this fight is because not everyone may have access to the drill arm. And also, the pork chopper is decent against U-10. Everyone should be able to get the pork chopper and upgrade the pork chopper. I want an emulatable run going on here with the boss kill. Don't know if I'll be able to show off all of the mushrooms I've got with me. I may have to do multiple fights of the boss, multiple runs to show everything off. But yeah, there are you can bring your full capacity of items to the boss necessarily. You don't, I mean, it's unfortunate when you do come across those question mark blueprints that you're not able to pick up if you want to go like fully prepared for a boss. But then when you're progressing, your just single-minded target should be get that boss down, get through it, get wrecked. This floor actually doesn't have a trap here for this tile. A lot of other floors like this will have the free screamers jumping up at you here, but this floor has a very relatively small amount of enemies. May not even have resources on it. It might be a floor without resource. No, I'm wrong. It does have resources on it, but they're all like situated right next to the boss floor, the boss room. Get screwed. Give me those kill coins. I need them to get the hell back. Okay. Right. That isn't as damaging as I want it to be. Screw Louie over here. Get rid of you. You're dealt with. This guy's unarmed. How friendly, how nice. Nice and docile. Nice and harmless. Okay, yeah, there's very few resources on this floor. Really just trying to get to the boss. There's items in these corners sometimes. Well, treasure boxes, maybe be one here. And there's a treasure box over here sometimes. Not on this floor though. Or at least not on this variant of this floor, of this room. Oh, don't want to get burnt. Loink. We didn't take very many hits, but just in case we have two armor sets, one to fight the boss and one to reach the boss. The one we're wearing now is to reach the boss, and now we'll swap to our fully healthy armor set we use on the boss. A tier 2 knight armor, which is my recommended armor for the U-10 fight, just because of, you know, how technically easy it is to get it to this stage, and you know, how it's just a useful armor in general to play the game through. Okay, our weapon of choice, the pork chopper. You can see the poison dripping off it, and it's got a bloody blade. Really cool weapon. It has a slight little bit of poison damage. Poison in this game kind of sucks. Doesn't matter at all. It's irrelevant. But it's the main slashing damage that you're looking for. Here's a little side area with resources on. Behind the boss are resource spots. You can see them. There might be some resource lying here as well. Oil. This floor is oil type only. So we've got crude oil, which is one that I don't need. I've already got 17 of the buggers. Right. We've got a bunch of healing items. We've got some strong shroom, attack shroom. This may be a short fight. Might be a short fight. We're prepared for the boss. Actually, I'm going to set the other one on the other side. There we go, instead of the launcher. There we go. I may, in fact, use the rage move of the chopper for the left chopper, since it's already broken anyway. Remember, rage moves take a huge chunk of your weapon durability. Don't want to be using it on weapons that you need to kill the boss with. Who knows? Maybe I haven't got enough to defeat the boss with. You might want to bring 2 of your weapons of choice to fight the boss. Still got the drill arm plus though, just in case. Whatever. Yeah, I think we're prepared. Now, before the boss fight, you can buff up with all of the buffing shrooms that will actually not get removed when you go into the boss fight. Going into the boss fight after slowing down time or becoming invisible will remove the effect when the boss fight starts, so be mindful of that. Slowmungus and transparungus need to be consumed while the boss fight is active. Otherwise, yeah, the effects will be removed if you walk into the boss fight using those effects. More passive type buffs like damage increase, negate element snail shroom, or defense increase shroom, those will work while you're walking into the boss fight, so you can actually stack those up. If you want to go really crazy, you can bring just grilled crush shrooms or red sting shrooms, and you can bring like 5 or 6 of them and just eat all of them back to back. Or you can go completely wild and consume like 50 you know, red sting shroom or crush shroom in your waiting room, and the effects will persist after you take the elevator up. And that's the old tactic of beating the final boss, but yeah, we don't do that anymore. We've grown past that. But I will consume these 2 crush rooms for a 50% attack up with no defense down. That might be important for this fight. Consider we're tier 4, strong armor, fully healthy, good to go, I think. We'll be using this transparungus as soon as we get into the boss fight. Transparungus is really good against this boss in particular. We finally meet. U-10. Okay, dodge to the side when the fight starts. You don't know what she's gonna do. The drop kick eats. Oh my god. Okay, we're invisible. She doesn't know where we are. He doesn't know where we are. Recover some health. And attack. Especially while this attack shroom is active. She's almost down. Okay, she's in a vulnerable state now. Hit her with the rage move. Hit her with another rage move. Got her. It's him. Her. It. Bam. Thank you, Thingy Bob, for the metal. So, yeah, interesting. We took a lot of damage from that ground stomp attack. Actually, I'm wanting to do another run, just to show off the the moves that she uses. Yeah, well, we've made progress. Mineral oil. Yeah, that was a lot of damage taken. Okay, so the floor is unlocked. We've now unlocked Nitanda and the upward from Katsuma. I don't know. Okay. Running a bit low on time. I'm gonna continue on. Eat some more healing. Yeah, that was a ridiculous amount of damage for the ground stomp. I don't know if all of their attacks are this damaging. Okay, cool. So it unlocks from this side. So here's something you definitely want to do with every boss. When you defeat them, definitely continue onwards for a little bit and see if you can unlock the room behind them on this floor. Because we could go back to the waiting room after defeating the boss without continuing on and just unlocking this floor. Like, we can still just turn back now and go back to the waiting room, but having unlocked this means we don't have to beat the boss again to come back here and unlock this. So now this is permanently unlocked. Just gonna dip into Uchinobu and have a look. Uchinobu is a shop floor, so having access to that would be lovely. Yeah, this episode has been a bit too rambly. I didn't manage to show off fully all of the strategies for the boss. In fact, I'd like to... actually, I think I'm gonna throw a lot of my armor in the storage. I'm gonna put most of my stuff away and just come up here with a fighter that is... Hello, we got a male. Oh, what is that? What is this? Uncle Death. The last mid-boss. Dear Senpai, nice work with that mid-boss. That thing was weird, huh? I mean, what's with that tail? Now, according to rumors, that flabby mid-boss and the rotting girl, one, got a romance going on. And somehow a child was born from the bridging mid-boss. That child was the tailed mid-boss. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that means either. Haha. Anyway, there are some weird things in this world. Anyway, you defeated it, so kudos, Senpai. I'll keep rooting for you. Yeah, the tailed mid-boss is U-10. The bridging... I kept on wondering, bridging? What the hell bridging does that mean? I'm picturing bridges. It's like, is he a bridge from one area to the next? I don't understand, but it's bridging as in like the acrobatic or yoga move, like, because the hamster is bridging. He's got his arm, he's standing up, he's actually lying on his back, supporting himself with his arms and his feet on the ground, which is the bridge, a yoga move, I guess. So hey, look at that, hates. So we've reached a new area. U-10, what am I saying? U-10 defeated, excuse me. Rex. This weapon's stab move is ridiculously strong. I don't know, of course that will be unlocked from this side, of course. Yeah, so the one floor next to Katsuma that's still grayed out is another important floor. It is actually housing the golden chests trap room, where you can get your red resources, your red boss medal drops, if you're lucky. Once you defeat Katsuma, you can go and farm just that gold chest. You don't have to beat bosses to get that gold chest sometimes. Sometimes Koen will be guarding the purple escalator to Uchinobu and you won't be able to reach, but sometimes not. So, red medals are technically farmable without beating bosses after you've defeated U-10. We're done with the episode. Out of time. See you guys next time.